I was using the urinal. The folks here had broken off into a discussion group. I said, what is the issue? They said, look down. And I noticed there was tissue, toilet paper, maybe a napkin, I don't know, deposited in the urinal.
No.
Which,
Ew.
now,
Why would you do that?
Who's to get that out? How does that will stay there forever?
well, there's
Taylor
always
just raised his hand.
there's always the odds-on favorites. But we never got to the bottom with it. Now, there was an early suspect and lead was Dawson. Because while
Dawson actually put himself out there as the early suspect. Though saying, I'm 99% sure I didn't do it, but if I'm for truth and honesty, I got in there to pee after you peed. And I'm like, if no one else went in between, maybe it's me.
But that doesn't seem like a Dawson move.
It's not. It's not.
it's in his milieu or whatever we call it.
I do have a history of unapproved toilet behavior.
Oh, I
There's
didn't know
unapproved
that.
toilet behavior. There was a circle of loogies.
I didn't realize that. You're right. You're
I
right.
left
Take it
this
back.
building after the first hour of the show yesterday at 2:05. I peed and there was no tissue in there. So it had to have happened between that time and the time you discovered it, I imagine.
It's like Lenny Briscoe over here.
Yeah, everyone else was 100% sure they didn't do it. Dawson was 99%, which left the window open.
Yeah.
Cracked open.
There-
But there's a little
always
window of
chance
negligence
It's a
there.
guest or a passer through.
But
you know
what kind
I mean?
of guest would do such a vile and
That's a good
heinous
point,
thing?
actually. We haven't had
Well,
And how does toilet paper end up in a urinal? What are you wiping?
well, now I guess we have to ask Kaylin.
I'm guessing blowing the nose.
Well, no, I went in there and I'm the one that cleans the toilets around here. So noticing it, I immediately had to take a picture and then grill the guys to see who would have done this.
Yeah.
And just to be fair, I always stop peeing when Kaylin's cleaning the urinal. I will hold that shit.
No matter how much it stings.
Midstream. Right.
So I confronted all the guys about it at once on the water cooler, and it seemed like everybody denied it, but then Dawson let that 1% chance crack in, and
Here we are.
But is this
Suspecting
just
innocent.
chivalry? We don't know.
This can't.
Well, let's put it this way. You have to use this Kleenex
Yeah.
at the urinal.
Couldn't have been an accident, is what you're saying.
No.
It didn't drift from the toilet roll into the.
Right. So
A stiff wind.
one would be
maybe.
using a Kleenex for something.
Here's where my 99% sure comes in. I first noticed that there was whatever it is in the urinal as I was peeing on it. Mm-hmm. That's when I noticed it.
Oh.
All right.
Could have been like a
And
30-second blackout.
who has a ritual of a Kleenex when they urinate? There's some guys want to use it on the handle.
Oh, that's
Some
interesting.
guys might use it on their own
never
dong.
even
Some
thought about
guys
that.
do a dab.
Really?
I
You know
just
what I mean?
assumed on a runny nose. Sound a cold here?
Is there any dabbers? Do we have any people doing any wee dabs? You know what I mean? Before you holster it.
I
you know
thought
what
you
I mean?
shake it. And
Some
it's good
shake,
enough.
some
You do, but there's a
Some
handful.
do the ring it out. Some do
there's
the ring it out move.
There's there's some dabbers.
Really? Okay.
I roll
Make-
mine like a toothpaste, dude.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Trying to
I
get
have
that
one of
last
those
piece
Get the
out.
orange things I put
Yeah,
on
just
that
twist it.
squeezes it out. Yeah.
To
Yeah,
the very end. Yeah.
yeah. Are there any dabbers here? Are there any urinal dabbers? Any urine dabbers? This, by the way, might break the group up by age because this is an over 40 move.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
You don't do the dab when you're 19.
Right.
There's such a thing as doing the
Little
dab.
extra.
Yeah, when you get a little older,
Okay.
the pipe, the spigot doesn't get shut tight.
Got it.
Let's just say
So we're talking about you and Brian.
could be I don't know if Drew or Garagos
sure.
I
was
was going to
floating
say,
around
were there
here.
any other podcasts being recorded in the afternoon yesterday?
Well, does anyone do a urine handle? I don't flush it. I use a Kleenex. I
Brian
use
uses
a
his
coaster.
foot.
Oh,
No,
that's-
I use either elbow or side of my hand.
elbow side of your hand.
Emmy does dab.
Oh, bring him in. Bring him in.
Oh, it's such a tender age.
What's up?
How's this dabbing work, Emmy?
I just keep it clean in case sexy time comes around.
Oh,
See?
good.
It's always ready to read.
It's respectful to my wife.
With a coworker? Oh,
With
you
Gary
go
or Paul.
Yeah. All right. So wait a minute. We got to get.
Carry your Paul. That's excellent. That's
Thank
excellent.
you.
Before I got married.
All right. So you do. Can you hear me, Emmy? You do the dab every time.
Every time.
So you bust off one square of toilet paper.
Yeah, or if like the roll's down to like the ending of it, I just leave it off to the side, use it a little later.
What?
What?
Like if there's only like a few sheets left on the roll, I take it off, switch it out with a new roll, and I leave the
For
paper
the dabbing.
for later on. Yeah,
The dabbing squares.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So how old are you?
34 March.
So you didn't ask when your birthday was.
March 12th.
Yeah,
I like you know
got
too
it.
much.
Sure, I gave you an Amazon gift certificate. Here's my
Thank
point.
you.
Okay. So you, after you are done urinating, do the 1 or 2 square tissue toilet paper dab at the end.
Well, first I give it a little wiggle and whatever's
Yeah,
left
yeah.
I dab it.
Right.
in.
We get that.
Understood. Yeah. But you do the dab.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, unfortunately, the dab makes you the leader in the clubhouse for the toilet paper in the urinal because doesn't take a whole lot of imagination to get
Oh no,
from.
I don't
But
use it in the urinal.
Wait, I'd like to come to Emmy's
just
defense.
if I have a toilet and that's all, then I just grab it.
Hold on, Emmy, I'm going to help you even more. Kaylin, put up the Exhibit A, please. Emmy clearly stated that he uses 1, maybe 2 squares. This is like a half of a handful.
That's a paper
Somebody
towel.
went
Small
for it.
clump.
Is
Yeah.
there a paper towel in there? This could even be more egregious.
That's a paper towel.
Oh, God.
Ask Kaylin. He handled the shit.
Could Kaylin have cleaned it with a paper towel and left
Left
behind?
it there?
Hold on, Emmy.
Everyone's a suspect.
This dabbing, it
Yes.
does not take place at a urinal?
No. Most urinals don't have toilet paper next to them, so I just don't use it.
Story checks out.
Can someone take the picture down?
You
to make me wanna throw up?
certainly you play fast and loose with your urethra.
Yes,
If
sir.
you're-
Do you dab or don't you?
I mean, because if you're 2.5 feet to the right, you're on the commode, and it's Dab City, USA.
Yes, sir.
And all of a sudden, you move 3 foot toward Mecca, and you've distanced yourself from the dab.
It's too far away.
Wow.
I could drip on the floor.
Yeah, I can't reach the toilet paper.
It's dangerous.
But don't you feel like that would be a preemptive strike? Like if I was a consistent dabber, I would walk
Wouldn't you
over and grab a
grab it
little
First,
piece.
before you even began.
This is you trying to wiggle yourself out of this.
How about this?
Shake it out.
In the urinal, I just give it one last squeeze out, and that's it.
All right.
Okay. So,
It's been pretty forthcoming.
Playing with himself.
yeah. All right. So,
That's only at home, Brian.
did we figure out that it was a paper towel or Kleenex?
It's toilet paper.
A toilet paper.
Like a wad,
It's
half a
toilet
wad.
paper. All right. So now, who has seasonal allergies?
Gina.
Yeah. Oh, hey, I'm not involved in this.
That toilet paper is in someone's hand for a reason. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You have to do something.
Right.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be sitting on the toilet and throw it into the urinal.
No.
So you wouldn't be using the toilet paper.
Right.
You either got to dab or you have to be wiping your nose.
That's what I'm thinking.
Right.
With
The
it.
amount of toilet paper indicates it was probably folded over to
Yeah.
the nose blow.
And it's worth repeating, or it's worth saying, there's no sink in that bathroom.
Mm.
So you really only were doing one thing in there.
That's not a sink.
Fondelier's the only one with seasonal allergies.
He's been awful quiet.
around here, and I haven't heard anything out of that guy.
Do.
Oh, here he comes.
Here he comes.
Hot seat.
Yeah, I got seasonal allergies. What of it?
Did you use the urinal yesterday?
No, under no circumstances. I almost never use that urinal, mostly because there's no sink in that bathroom.
Okay.
He sits
And-
to pee.
Get out of here.
All right. So you do
I will
not,
not sit for this.
you do not
ironically.
use the urinal.
No, not certainly not on any regular basis. Definitely not yesterday.
And Kaylin discovered it when?
It was, I don't know, probably about, what time did we start recording? Probably about 4:15.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Also, because of my allergies, I have special Kleenex that are like antibacterial,
right.
like super
course.
soapy ones,
Puffs
and so
Plus.
you can clearly tell it's not even
Any
the
port
kind
in
of
a
Kleenex I
storm,
would
my
use.
friend.
Well, we'll have to take it to the lab
Yeah,
now.
have it analyzed.
See what
Analyzed.
when I have
It's
it dusted.
befouled with many people's urine.
Yeah. So
Tainted
now,
evidence.
who could it be outside of the core group here?
Anybody let a delivery guy in to use the bathroom?
Was anyone here? The
We've-
podcast between.
I don't want to call any employees by name, but Ryan.
Oh,
our
Rhino.
gigantic intern.
yeah.
Is he not is he a dabber?
We're gonna find out.
That booth's getting very crowded.
Very
know.
worried.
Ryan, do you dab?
Oh, definitely not.
Not a dabber.
That's shocking.
an old
I'm just
man's
gonna use
game.
my underwear.
Nice.
The dab.
Yeah. I got to tell you, I'm not proud of this, but once in a while when I wear the cargo shorts and I free ball it,
Yeah.
pop off that thing, you feel the one drip go down your
Yeah, yeah,
thigh
that's bad
and
news.
into your sock.
Goo.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Khaki color is bad.
All right, so what's the consensus? What do we think?
I'm going to eliminate two people. I can only just by profiling eliminate Chris and Gary.
Can you eliminate-
Everyone else is a
How about-
suspect.
how about me?
I guess Kalen. He's the one who discovered it. I don't know,
Yeah.
Brian. You're a prankster, though.
That's
so you're still, Kalen, Chris, and Gary are off the list as far as I'm concerned.
I believe, though, there's another way you can look at this.
Hold on, I'm bracing myself. First
Check
off,
this out.
Chris has never been on the list because he can't reach the urinal. Now, if I see an apple box underneath that thing,
Mangria.
all
even a
arrows
squatty potty.
lead to Chris and his honker. But
Right.
yes, Dawson, please, insights.
Just how adamant these people are that they're 100% sure that they didn't do it. I mean, that draws a little skepticism. That should draw some kind of I don't know, man.
Dawson is further arguing in a way that makes him the clear culprit.
Yeah.
I am 100% the way I am 100% that in no matter what state I'm in, I'm not going to grope a stranger. It's not in my repertoire.
You know, Gary's
Dawson
gay,
is
right?
opening this up to 1%. Thus, it is Dawson.
I think it was scary.
Oh, wow. Wow. There's only one way to solve this. Mortal Kombat.
We actually have cameras that
In the bathroom?
no, just at least can show
What time?
someone
Who was
walking.
leaving?
Oh, no, I don't think there's a camera in that area.
Damn it.
Convenient.
I'd love to know.
All right. Well,
I first noticed it as I was peeing on it.
I'm getting worried
Is that
about.
right after you threw it in there? Or?
See, that's why I'm getting worried about Dawson in kind of a Three Faces of Eve way. Like, did like Dawson White or Dawson Black do it, and then like Dawson woke up?
well, let me
Simple situation.
Right.
let me turn this into a teachable moment.
For who?
All the listeners. Where you want to be, young listeners, is on the list of it couldn't possibly be that person.
Right.
Because that person conducts themselves in such a way.
Historically, right.
It's sort of like that, when you watch those murder, those network 10 o'clock Friday night murder
yeah.
Dateline shows. And they do that thing where they interview the sister of the deceased woman. And, you go, do you think her husband Fred could have done something like this? And they go, he might have.
Something was
I don't know if
amiss.
he did it, but he's capable of. But there are obviously many people where you go, no,
What?
not Fred, impossible.
mom?
He
No.
could never do.
Right.
Could never do that.
Everyone listening, including everyone under this roof, everyone in the car, everyone at the gym, if there's gyms open, has one person in their life who is if you're like, who's the one person who's most likely to commit a murder in your life? And you're like, this guy.
Yeah, I can see him
Like,
Right.
trying to
I mean,
pull that
I
off.
don't think he will. It's a very long shot. But
Right.
if you're like one person in your life definitely committed a murder, it's like, yeah, this guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
One more thing in
So
my
Dawson,
99%.
unfortunately, you're in the
That's
group
fine.
of he could have killed his wife.
I believe it. I understand, and I put myself there.
Crime of passion.
But I'm also not an animal, and had I done that, I certainly would have picked it up and threw it in the toilet so that no one else had to do that.
Yeah.
so-
Brian, I should inform you, you're on another list, which is whenever I talk to Matt, like, well, here's the problem with working on Memorial Day. I go, where's Brian?
Yep.
So you
How'd
made
you
that
know?
list.
Federal holiday.
And just in case anyone thinks that, all the guys are super gross and, I don't have the stomach for this conversation. Brian, what was I telling you before the mics heated up?
No, I don't want to talk.
Okay,
about
thank
this.
you.
Yeah.
Just so you know, I
Feminine monthly.
should have gone with it. Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. It's fine. We just might want to swap out the chair or whatever.
That's good pod. All right. Kate, the bodybuilder.
I'm sorry,
Yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I want to get on the list of could never possibly do this with the toilet paper. I respect the sanctity of toilet paper. Who brought in the toilet paper rolls?
Yeah.
The springy rolls.
You did go crazy
that's
with
right.
that.
Gary and I had a discussion before the show because people were thinking Brian, and we brought up that point where
Why
Brian
are people
actually
thinking Brian?
dresses the
Because
bathroom.
you created this hole, my friend. Ever since you went on a cheating frenzy,
No.
you are now open to anything diabolical that happens under this roof.
I heard
Also,
that.
under cross, if I may, you have quite a relationship with toilet paper, Brian.
Do I?
Under cross.
Evidently.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you're so
I respect the
consumed with it.
sanctity. No. I respect it so much. I could never soil it.